What is good? It's Kanye Twitty.
It is your boy, Nemean Lion.
And we're back, episode 3. I didn't know we'd make it here. I feel like we should celebrate.
I think just being here is...
We're recording episode 3 on 420. I mean, that's kind of... We could celebrate. I mean, in a PG era, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's 420.
Everybody knows. I mean... Anyways, we're back, episode 3, and I gotta tell you, Nemean, I got a lot of trash. I have a lot of trash. I don't think that we're gonna agree on a lot of my trash.
I mean, I got a lot of trash too.
So, but should we? I say we hold off on the trash. Let's at least get the good stuff out of the way. Let's and just in case you don't know who we are, is Kanye Twitty, Nemean Lion is WTFW Podcast. We are stoked to be on our 3rd episode here on the WWE Podcast. Make sure you sign up for the Patreon. Get into that Discord server chat. We love chatting with y'all. You can follow us on Twitter at WTFW Podcast. And hey, we don't have fake followers. We're starting this completely from the ground up. So, throw us a follow. We will follow you back. And if we like what you post, we'll retweet it too. And if we think your post is trash, we'll probably repost. Yeah,
we'll let you know.
And we'll probably repost it too.
We want more than nothing than to interact with the listeners.
Yes. So at WTFW Podcast, let us know how we're doing. You can also call in on the mailbag here at the WWE Podcast, and I'm sure Matt will let us know what's going on, or we will just listen. And who knows? Maybe you'll end up on the trash list because hey, somebody from the Discord server chat is actually on the trash list today. But we're gonna get to that later. Let's start with fire. Because hey, look, I mean, we cover the whole week. We cover Raw. We cover NXT. We cover AEW. We actually just finished Dynamite, and so I mean, for me, I'm gonna tell you, for me, fire, Dynamite, like
Dynamite is Dynamite
as a whole.
It's just
like, I'm not saying it was a blazing scorcher or anything like that, but it was fire to me. I mean, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD returned.
There's very little trash.
The Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, they're making the fire list every week. Right now, the Blackpool Combat Club is a mainstay. If you don't watch AEW, at least YouTube or check it out. And I mean, what Moxley, Yuta, and Bryan Danielson are doing is absolutely phenomenal in my mind. Yeah, I mean,
hashtag AJ Styles, phenomenal.
Thanks to the Regal one,
right? Oh, and Regal, but also like we would be hard missed if we didn't actually talk about the number 1 fire moment of Dynamite. Period.
This might be the biggest fire of the week.
This may be the biggest fire of the week. I'm going to be looking into tickets. We're going to try and go. What's the date?
June 26th. The Forbidden Door.
The Forbidden Door. Pay-per-view, which will include New Japan, it'll include Ring of Honor, it's going to include AEW. I'm pretty sure Impact's going to get up in that.
I mean, it's beautiful. The name itself is
beautiful. I've been saying this for almost a year. I've been saying this. Yeah. We need one pay-per-view a year that is a mixture of everybody, and everybody will get a chance to go over. Every company, obviously, get a chance to go over, but we need one pay-per-view. I believe that this is going to eventually, not right off the bat. I mean, yes, the first one's going to be off the chain. You know what I'm saying? They're going to sell a lot of tickets.
Yeah.
They're going to sell a lot of tickets. But down the line, if this is done right, this could rival and give us a second WrestleMania every year.
I'm stoked about it.
I'm stoked. Fire.
It's fire.
It's fire. It's a scorching bonfire. I'll get to that later. So, I mean, yeah, for me, fire, Dynamite, I could really just... the whole show to me was fire.
The whole show was great.
I mean, there's one trash, and we'll get to that later. But, we both almost punched ourselves in the face because it was so bad.
Yeah.
But let's just say this: Dynamite fire. NXT, Nikita Lyons,
again.
and Natty.
Yes.
Does Natty not look so good?
I love
in NXT.
I love the superstars coming down to NXT and just
being snotty
and putting in work and just letting these young guys know that
There's work to do.
There's work to do. I love hearing the crowd saying, Natty's gonna kill you. Like, oh my goodness.
It's a reinvigoration for her.
Yeah, I haven't heard her cheered in
exactly.
ever.
For a while, she's just kind of been the jobber.
Yes.
Putting everybody over.
And she looks better.
Yeah, she looks good. Granted, she's down in NXT.
But you forget how good she is in the ring.
I mean, she holds records for the women's.
Oh, gosh. Can we not? No.
You know, she does, though.
No. The world record stuff, that's trash.
I'll disagree with you on that.
Oh, we're moving on. We'll move on. We're not going to fight over Natty today. But yes, no, the Natty coming down, Dolph Ziggler coming down, Mandy Rose coming down. They're putting in work, and these kids gonna owe them a lot of respect, for the work they're doing and putting them over. So, I mean, what do you got for NXT?
NXT Fire. I mean, Sanga. If Veer Mahan's our mascot, then Sanga, I'm gonna have to put him right there with him. He's a beast as well. He looks just as good to me. I think
you know what? I'm just going to agree to agree. I'm going to give you that one.
All right,
Sanga, fire. Sanga, Veer Mahan, you're both fire. What else you got?
Solo Sikoa.
So when are they going to add him to the bloodline?
He's making his run for some gold.
So he has to get gold first.
So
okay.
Screw it, man.
But I thought that was really funny that he comes out and he says he has next, and he helps out Cameron Grimes. But then after all that's said and done, then they make it a triple threat. That's the only part where I was like, hey, come on. You're fudging the story and rushing it a little too fast.
Bit, yeah.
There was a respect there, and I like how that would have played out after. He gets, but no, okay. No, Solo Sikoa, 100% certifiable fire. He doesn't last long in NXT.
I don't think so. No, I mean it makes perfect sense.
He doesn't even need this win.
It just makes perfect sense to bring him up, especially if the bloodline's going to have all this gold.
Yeah, and I don't even think he needs it. Honestly, I think he loses to. I don't think he wins that match. I think Cameron Grimes goes over and holds on to the title because Mendoza's going off with Gacy or with Tony D'Angelo, and then Solo Sikoa. He needs to go up. I need him up on the main roster.
I agree.
Okay, fire. Solo Sikoa, fire. What else we got?
Saray.
It's
her ring work for me. Like I've said before, number one thing for me that puts a wrestler over is their ring work, and
I'll give you that.
She's good in the ring.
Her drop kicks, her missile drop kicks are brutal.
She's brutal.
I will say that. Okay, so yeah, but her gimmicks to me, trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
I'll give you that. But like I said, number one thing for me is ring work. And if your ring work's good, then we can work on everything else.
Yeah, and she is in NXT.
Exactly.
I just don't think she ever makes it to the main roster.
That's fair.
Ever.
That's fair.
Ever.
I'll give you that.
Ever at all. Nope. Asuka's there. She, but no, she's not made. Okay, so we'll fitty on that. Go on. What's next? Fire. NXT.
I liked Roxanne Perez. I think her introduction. Yeah. First. My first impression of her is a good one. I think her whole story of loving wrestling her entire life, the whole come up. I think we got a lot to see from her. She looked really good in the ring.
See, I'm waiting on her. I'm waiting on her.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on her because that's what I'm starting to get used to in NXT is not getting a snap judgment right off the get go because they're there to work. They're there to evolve.
Yeah.
And so I'll give her a little bit. What else? Anything else that really stand out fire wise?
Couple. I really enjoyed Legado del Fantasma. Their ring work they're just getting better and better every week.
They're amazing as a trio, as a group, as a faction, whatever you
want to call them.
Mercedes, all of them.
Yeah, they just keep every time. For me, their gimmick not so much over for me, but it's the ring work, man. They're just
the ring work, especially
when they're in the ring together, they put on a show.
Yes, I can agree with you 100% there. Yes, Legado del Fantasma, fire. And I love how the crowd is actually saying Legado along to their music now. I like it.
They're going over.
They've been heels, but they're heels that people want to cheer.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got the Roman Reigns effect going on. Heels that we want to cheer. Adam Cole. Heels that we want to cheer. CM Punk sucks. I'm sorry. I got some sore spots for CM Punk and that really, really bad champion over in AEW. I mean, he goes by an Adam something. I don't know. We'll get to that. Yeah, we'll fight about it. It is a constant debate in this household on whether or not Adam Page is trash or fire. And for me, he is lunchable completely. Yeah. My fanboy's showing. I know.
It's funny because Adam Page is finally going over for me.
Oh, Adam,
really is. I think he
was over for me at the beginning.
He's going over for me.
He needs Omega.
He's came into his own really well, I think, and I think.
What? He's just a skinny Brock.
He's.
They both cowboys.
Oh man,
they both got belt buckles.
He holds the title well.
Okay, he holds the title well. On his skinny little waist. Okay. Now, I don't like Adam Page. It's just a known fact. All right. So NXT, that gets us our fire from NXT. We covered our fire from Dynamite because, I mean, it's just the whole show as a whole. And we actually leave Dynamite alone, now because we got the big announcement.
Yeah.
We got the fire. We might as well just tell them what the trash is. Well, let's just drop the what. This is absolutely unacceptable.
This is cringe and should never ever happen.
I don't know if it's the cameraman's fault, if it's the ref's fault, if it's the people in the back that have control.
It's a combination, I think, of everybody, but ultimately it comes down to that ref.
Yes, 90 seconds was left in the match, and we knew it.
The final match of the night, the coffin match. And there's 90 seconds left, apparently. And apparently,
yeah. And you hear the ref.
We know time is coming. It's the last few minutes of the show. You don't have to yell it out to the wrestlers that they only have 90 seconds left. That's just...
In case you're not following us completely, the ref 100% blatantly, in front of the camera, in front of us and everything, told Darby and Idolo, Andre El Idolo, 90 seconds left, and both me and Nemean look at each other. We're like, "Come on, bruh." I checked out.
We literally just.
I checked out.
I put my hand over my face.
I checked out.
It was a shake my head moment.
Yes, I forget the ref's name, but he is on the trash list, the first person on the trash list this week, and that covers Dynamite, that covers NXT. How about we go ahead and take a quick breather, and we're going to come right back, and we're going to start getting into Monday Night Raw, because there's a lot. Like we can talk about SmackDown, but SmackDown has been beaten into the ground by the time we've gotten to it.
Yeah.
So I'm not so worried about it. You know what I'm saying? We have a couple big things for SmackDown we'll probably mention, but we're really going to get into Raw because I got some things to say.
There's plenty to talk about.
There's plenty to talk about. Okay, we are back after a quick breather, getting all that fire out of the way. Let's get into Monday Night Raw. Now, I'm just going to, let me go through my fires then. Right. I'll just get mine out of the way. Let's say day 500 of Rollins wearing the most fire suits. Is that fire?
Literally top of my list as well.
Fire.
Seth's suits always impress.
The way Rhea destroyed Liv Morgan. Fire. Destroyed her. Manhandled her.
Man.
Come on. Tell me you say in-ring work matters.
It does.
She destroyed her.
I'm going to give it to you. But only because I'm excited for Rhea, because Rhea is... She might be my number one women's wrestler right now.
She is that darn good.
She is that good.
She is that good. And that's why she's on fire. It's even the fact that she beat Liv. I mean, I support Liv, but she destroyed her.
She whooped her. She whooped her.
It wasn't even a question.
And I'm excited for Rhea because she deserves it.
Yes.
But I'm just sad for Liv because
Liv's
getting left behind.
It may end up becoming the next Dolph Ziggler, the forever jobber. Oh man. Okay, Veer Mahan. Rest in peace to Jeff Brooks, aka the Buffalo Crybaby. That, my friend, fire. And Veer Mahan, right? Anything Veer Mahan related is fire.
Yep.
KO when he called Buffalo Canada's landfill. Fire. All right. Let's see. What else do I got?
How does he sneak up? Oh, when the King talks about Otis, how does he sneak up on anybody? Fire. The King made the fire list. The heel Street Profits. I gotta say this. Heel version of the Street Profits. I've been preaching. I want the heel Street Profits, and I want Bianca Belair to join them.
The Street Profits scream heel.
They scream heel.
And
they're so good at it.
Yeah.
Dawkins needs his beard back.
Agreed.
Agreed. He needs him and Elias. Whoever took their beards, give them back.
Yeah.
And while you're at it, give Otis his beard back. All right, because there's somebody running around WWE stealing people's snatching beards.
Snatching beards.
Snatching beards.
The beard snatcher.
Okay. Can we please have our beards back on our wrestlers? Let's see. Theory getting the U.S. title win. For me, I know it hurts that it's on Finn, but they're building Theory and they're actually completing the build. And so for me, Theory winning is fire. Absolute fire.
It is fire. The whole match was fire.
The whole match was fire. Everybody coming out and cheering him, though, that was trash. That didn't make no sense.
Yeah.
That's trash. I don't mean to skip ahead to the trash, but that's trash. All right. Theory winning, fire. The random 24/7 lumberjack jobber, extraordinaire is coming out and picking him up. That was trash to me. All right. Finally, I have a feeling that Byron Saxton was not invited to either Alexa Bliss's or Carmella's wedding because literally they said to him, finally, a ceremony you're invited to. Byron just takes it. He takes it so well. It takes it so well. But that's fire to me. Anytime you make fun of Byron, I think it's fire.
Yeah, they treat him like a punk.
All the time.
All the time.
He can get stunned 50 times, and I love it every single time. Let's see. This is one that we both agree on. Y'all need to be on the box of cornflakes because you're great.
Man, our Truth's little comments that he makes
by the power in my vest. If it wasn't, because we're gonna get to the debacle that was whatever that was, but I will say this: as horrible and as trash as it was to me, the whole ceremony thing, R-Truth, I could not help but giggle my butt off. R-Truth is good, and he's real good at what he does. And without him, that crowd is booing.
The character he plays is gold.
It's gold. It's gold. At 79, 35 years old, whatever it is, he is still gold. And that takes me to my other fire is the way the crowd hijacked the wedding. They hijacked it. With their chants, with their interactions, and if it was, that's why R-Truth had to really just play with the crowd, tried to get them to be quiet so that they could finish their promo lines. That for me was fire. I love it when a crowd takes over a show. R-Truth doing anything he can to complete the promo, absolute fire. And then last on my fire list was KO doing the gold dust move. Mannerisms to Cody Rhodes. That was fire. Especially since how today on Dynamite we got to watch Mr. Dustin Rhodes wrestle. I'd love him to come back to WWE. I'll be honest.
I would love it too. Yeah.
I'll take the gold dust gimmick too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What do you got? You got any other fires for Monday Night Raw?
I got a couple other ones.
All right, let's run through it.
Like I said last week, just the fact Naomi and Sasha are defending their titles. That's
just the fact they're defending.
That's fire.
Fire. They're actually there.
They're actually there, and they're actually defending their titles.
But then at the same time, that goes to my trash. I'll just wait. I'm with you. Okay, the fact they defended the women's titles are actually being relevant. Fire. All right.
Anything Edge.
I
think he may be hands down the best promo work.
Wait till MJF gets there. If Edge is still around, oh my goodness!
I cannot look away from the screen when he's on the mic. Even the big words he uses that I sometimes don't understand. It's amazing work.
Yes, Edge. Anything Edge related right now? Fire.
Ezekiel.
Elias's younger brother.
Elias's younger brother made the fire list for me. First of all, He's shredded.
He
looks amazing.
He's shredded. He needs a beard.
He needs the beard. His face.
Like, his face ran away from the beard.
Beard snatcher. Give back the beard.
Give Ezekiel a beard. Let him borrow Elias' his older brother's beard. You know what I'm saying?
He looked real good in his match. I really appreciate it. And then, who wants to hear Zeke speak?
Zeke speak.
Who wants to hear Zeke speak?
I want to hear Zeke speak.
I'm all about it.
I want to hear. I love his facial expressions because it's like a tongue in cheek. He knows that this is a funny storyline, yes. But he's making it serious.
Yeah, 100%.
So yes. Ezekiel, yes, you are on the fire list.
Yeah. Again, Veer Mahaan, like you said, always.
Veer Mahaan.
Rhea going solo.
Yep.
That's great.
Fire. I love Veer Mahaan. I'm a fanboy.
KO walking out on Seth Rollins.
Yep.
I'm with it. I'm all about it. I'm tired of them acting like they're best friends when they're going behind each other's backs all the time.
Right.
It's about time we see Kevin Owens stop being
the butt of all jokes.
A punk.
He's fallen so far.
He really has.
It's fallen so far. And Seth Rollins hasn't exactly risen either.
I mean,
They both needed it. I agree. I think that they were brought together for a matter of necessity, and then they didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm the whole idea of Kevin Owens befriending anybody is just like Sasha Banks befriending anybody. No, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's what they do. They're heels.
Bianca picking up Sonya.
Yes,
I loved it.
You loved it.
Yeah. And then Adam Pearce's $1 fine. Gold. That
gold.
Is fire.
No, that was solid gold fire.
Pure fire.
Oh, $1. It only costs $1 to whoop Sonya Deville. That's all it costs.
And like you said, the Buffalo crowd, they were great. They were great, man. I love, like you said, I love when they hijack the crowd.
Yes.
Or when they hijack the whole show, and they were in.
I feel like they were. Yeah, okay.
They were in until the end.
I feel like they were in at certain spots, but I feel like it started going downhill. Like, is that all your fire?
There's some bad crowds though.
Yes.
Some crowds just don't participate at all.
But this Buffalo crowd, they reacted according to what they were getting.
Yes.
And there are multiple times in this show as Sonya Deville really almost ruined the show for a good long while. Roll that into the 24/7, oh man. Yeah. We'll get there. Do you have any more fire? Any more notables?
No, a couple quick fires. Sasha's gear was great.
Sasha's gear has been great for a while.
It always is. She looks good, but the past week or two, she was rolling along with Naomi's gimmick, and it just doesn't work for her.
That's why I don't get that.
But she came out in her own gear, looking like Sasha.
Yeah,
and I
because
really
Sasha Banks is the alpha.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
period.
She's.
I don't want to see Sasha Banks rolling with Naomi. Naomi should be riding the coattails of Sasha Banks.
Exactly. 100%.
Period. So okay. Well, then that gets our fire. We're gonna take one more quick breather, and then we coming back with it. The trash.
You already know.
The trash. Because there's so much. Now I don't know. Maybe that last clip got cut off a little bit, but basically we're to that point.
Oh, we're here.
We're here.
It's time.
It's time for the trash list, and oh boy, this is where I get a little unleashed. All right, because this whole show I've really had to try my best to come up with some fires. I'm telling you, because when it comes to Monday Night Raw for me, as a whole, trash. What did you think? Give it an as a whole grade real quick before we get into it.
It was 50-50.
50-50?
It was 50-50.
Like you shoot for the wastebasket and you miss it, but
I mean, I'm just gonna start it off.
You know what? Let's get yours.
The biggest trash of the whole thing, in my opinion, is the lack of wrestling.
Yeah, right.
We had a 3-hour show with less than an hour of wrestling. It's 2 hours of entertainment. It's WWE. We should have equal parts.
But like the boss said, they're focusing a lot on and that's why I think a lot of people liked this Raw was because it was all E.
Yeah. It was all entertainment.
But how you have AEW's Rampage with an hour-long show having more wrestling time than Monday Night Raw with a 3-hour show?
Exactly.
I'm just that's trash.
Trash.
Go ahead, keep going.
Rhea and Liv's botched moves.
You talking about the over the head bulldog?
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? Like it's not just that they botched it. Like they missed it completely.
Liv didn't even time it at all.
No, she just jumped.
She just jumped and went for it. And she's expecting Rhea to do all the work for her, which again, that tells you trash. All right, keep it up. What else? Liv getting left behind. I mean, as much as I want to see Rhea succeed, I really enjoyed this tag team while it lasted. I think the lack of tag teams in the women's division
is the boss said they came into WrestleMania with 4 tag teams. They came out, they only got 2 of them.
Exactly. And now, what we have
you have Sasha.
Yeah.
And Naomi.
And now Natalia's down on NXT.
Yep. So her and Shayna aren't there.
Shayna aren't there.
You've already split up Carmella and Zelina.
Yeah.
And now you split up Rhea and Liv. I don't know. There is no... I'm telling you, what they need to do is they need to keep this unifying thing going on and bring up NXT and let's unify the women's tag titles.
I would love it.
And then let the girls go across all brands.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Keep on.
Sonya Deville's promo. I mean, she even flubbed. It
was garbage.
It was terrible. She even flubbed saying WWE.
I can't even call it trash. It was landfill.
It was terrible.
And that for me, it was her and her long-winded promo that just went on forever, and just and it all starts with the whole Sonya Deville, the official gimmick. It starts there.
Yeah.
That I don't care. You put your hands on me, I'm putting my hands on you.
100%.
You know
the fact that she gets to go in there, talk all this trash, and make Bianca look like
a fool.
Yeah. In the middle of the ring.
It's trash.
Of course Bianca's gonna snap.
Yeah, it's trash.
So that's why I was happy to see Bianca pick her up. The $1 fine was great.
Yeah, but that is where the crowd started to lose it, though.
Exactly.
The crowd really got bored really, really quick.
Yeah. So the quicker we can see Sonya in her ring gear and only in her ring gear, the better.
Yes. All right.
So Sonya Deville, trash. The trade, like you said, we'll get to the whole ceremony.
Yeah, we'll do that last. We're gonna get to the ceremony last.
But the Street Profits using the Usos music, just waving your arm, and you
could do that. Like that's a thing.
Trash.
Keep going.
Absolute trash. Lashley versus Omos announcing an arm wrestling.
Bro, remember, put it this way. Here's what I'm gonna do with this. When I co-hosted with Matt on one of the Weeks in Reviews, he brought up I think it was either Miz TV or something like that, right? I'm not even gonna give it a moment. I'm not even gonna give it the opportunity to be on the trash list. I am just going to ignore the whole concept that this even happened or is gonna happen.
You're just eating a lunch.
I'm out.
Yeah.
DJ Kuzmo. Bring us a stack. I want the ham ones with the cheese and the Ritz crackers and the little Andes mints, okay? Because me and the meat line, anytime this whole arm, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to name drop it. Anything that's going on between these two that I'm going to leave unnamed, and an event that's going to be left unnamed, lunchable break. If you do not know what a lunchable break is, that, my friends, is it. I don't even want to be in the room. I'm going to go get me a Lunchable. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to eat it I'll even share it with my cat. You know what I'm saying?
And Lunchables are delicious.
Lunchables are delicious. This whole concept, trash. Keep going.
I think Theory taking the U.S. title from Finn, that's trash.
No!
I'm happy to see Theory.
How do you be that way?
I'm happy to see Theory get wins and get his come-ups, but not against Finn.
But in this case, Theory needs a title to be more relevant. He's not big enough to make a title. He's at the point where he needs a title. And Finn don't need it. Phil ain't defending it anyway.
That's trash.
Oh. Your fanboy's showing. All right, what else we got?
That's pretty much it for my trash. Honestly.
That's your trash?
Yeah, that's pretty much it for my trash.
That's a short trash list.
Like I said, it's about 50-50 for
all right,
me.
and like only like 2. All right, well then you ready for my trash list?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fire through it. You can agree or not agree. You know, like agree with me that it's trash, or tell me I'm trash. How's that? And then we're gonna I want you to pull out your phone because at the end of this we're gonna go through one of the Discord server chats. I forget who it is, but he actually did a trash list on Monday Night Raw, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to go ahead and analyze his and break his down, and then we'll either put him on the trash list or the fire list, depending on how good his list is. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. So here, my trash. Let's start it off with the announcer's talking about Cody Rhodes. He came back and he looks like he hasn't missed a step. We all know where he's been. He's been winning titles, championships. He built a company.
He's been building companies.
He has not been sitting at home on the couch waiting for a phone call.
Right.
Like oh no. So for me, that was trash. The make out sessions. Can I get a unanimous one here? Trash. We don't even have to go into that. The crying Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks crying. I can't stand babyface Sasha Banks. I can't stand it. Because it don't make no sense.
She's supposed to be making little kids cry.
Yes, that's what Sasha Banks does. She makes kids cry. Period. And seeing her cry after, their win, which was not warranted. I understand why. It's not WrestleMania. Okay, I don't know why you cry. You knew you were going to win.
You had the titles.
You had the titles already.
You
come
kept
on.
them.
And then her coming back into the ceremony and crying during. I was like, what? We get another crying Sasha? No. For me, Sasha Banks crying or being a babyface, trash. Ezekiel, Gable, and KO. That has got to be. I know Ezekiel's on my fire list too. But that's Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens is on my fire list too because of how hard he tried to make that promo work. The lie detector test, nonsense. But the promo as a whole, it has got to be one of the top 3 worst promos I have ever heard in my life. Ever. There was no timing. There was pauses. People didn't know what to say.
The crowd was
out from the start, and Kevin Owens is trying to work back and forth with them. Without Kevin Owens, that crowd revolts. Leaves.
Yeah.
Like ask for their money back. For me, if I was at that show, I'm asking for my money back.
The segment was trash.
Ezekiel get the storyline, the whole point. That I get it, but the segment, the promo, yes, it was painful. Trash. Let's see what else I got. First hour of Raw. Trash. I'm sorry. This is me. This is how I felt. All right. The bunnies come flying through, the digital bunnies instead of birds when Riddle kicked his flip-flops. I just couldn't do it. Trash. I'm sorry, but I know it's Easter, but this is wrestling. And not everything needs to be holiday related. All right. Trash. Not even Randy can save the crowd at the moment. Yeah, during that match, that was... I felt bad because not even Randy Orton and a hot tag. He had a hot tag, was the quietest hot tag I've heard him have in months.
Yeah.
Because the crowd was so out of it. The 24/7 heel celebration. Yeah, like I said earlier, everybody's celebrating Theory. He doesn't have no friends. So why are they out there cheering for him?
100%.
He ain't got no friends. Trash. 2 hours of Raw. And all I can remember is Theory winning the title. Oh, yeah, and some Cody stuff happened. The 24/7 nonsense is next. And, I literally, in my notes, I'm calling Kuzmo for a case of Lunchables because I hear he got the hookup. I wrote this as the show was happening. So we're 2 hours into Raw. Trash. That's my opinion. I know you don't agree, but I'm saying it.
Kanye there was plenty of trash.
There's a lot of trash. I had to look for the fire. What else we got? 2.5 hours of Raw. Wish I had just read the Bleacher Report in the morning.
Oh, no.
Yes, said it. Man, I
said it.
I could have just listened to Dave Meltzer give me a review, and I'd probably been happy. And we all know Dave Meltzer is the man. He's fire. Fire. The arm. No, I'm not even going to go into it. We already did. No. Whatever they're doing with Bobby Lashley, almost. Yeah. Trash. Absolute trash. The crowd was so bored they didn't even start booing. That's how bored they were. They were tired of booing.
They were done.
KO, is the crowd even there still? Yeah, in the end, the bottom line is, in my mind, in my opinion, WWE's Monday Night Raw, absolute dumpster fire of trash. And it's because I wanted more wrestling.
It's that's the number one trash of the whole Raw, is the fact that there's not enough wrestling. It's been that way for several months now.
Yes. I'll tell you what, next week, let's record it.
We've timed it before.
We have, but we need to officially do it this next time.
And like you said, the fact that you can have an hour-long show, AEW's Rampage,
3 matches
on Friday
more
night,
wrestling.
with more wrestling in 1 hour show than we get on Raw in a 3-hour show. That's trash.
That's trash. All right, and let's see, some quick fires. I got some quick fires.
All right.
Matt, the boss. We call him the boss. You call him Matt. It doesn't matter. His After Dark. Did you get a chance?
I didn't get a chance. To listen to it yet.
Tell you what, we're gonna check that out, and I think we're gonna start adding his After Dark. We won't go into detail what the After Dark consists of, but I'm telling you, if you've been a fan of this podcast for a while, the WWE Podcast, there's so many great people you've gotten to get acquainted with, from Mimi Burris, Ashley Mann, Michael Ritter, and everybody, but, it all goes back to the boss, and he has started a Patreon only, and that's it. I don't know exactly how to promote this, right, but I'll learn. I'm getting better at it, but get on the Patreon, go to the WWE Podcast website and get on Patreon. You can do it for $1 and you get access to episodes that other people don't. They don't show up on Spotify. And what he has done is he has basically broken the fourth wall as the boss. And so he's telling stories of his college experiences. Sometimes it's something to do with wrestling. Sometimes it may be a crazy story that you would expect to hear sitting around a campfire drinking a dirty 30.
I love it.
Okay, it was a riot. It's called After Dark. You only get access to it on Patreon. So yes, that is my plug to go to Patreon, subscribe to the WWE Podcast, jump in the Discord server, and hey, yeah, pull up that we're gonna get into this.
Before we do that, we've been saying all night we're gonna get to this.
Do we have
the wedding ceremony?
Do we have to?
I want to. Do we want to? I want to talk.
See,
about.
I tried. I tried.
How much of a dumpster fire that was?
It was okay, but here's the thing. All right, fine. We're doing it, people.
Trash.
The whole
24/7 wedding was absolutely.
Oh, they started
terrible.
Switching people around like you were going to get a girl on girl. What? Trash. The only person that is excluded from this whole segment is Ron Killings, a.k.a., the man, R-Truth, okay? Because
he was the only thing saving that entire...
He tried everything in his power to save that promo, but here's the reason why I think it's trash from the get-go. How the heck he doubled the hockey sticks? How is that in the third hour of Raw?
That's why the crowd checked out.
Did you know that was actually on the Hulu version, too?
Oh,
Matt says the first time that he's seen 24/7 anything on the Hulu version. They were invested in it.
It was a whole 20-minute segment.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. So, yes, no. That's really all we have to say about it.
And the trading of the titles at the end?
Yes.
That was the worst. That's what solidified how much trash this whole segment was.
It could have been a home run if it was done just a little bit differently. Yeah. There was potential there. But why was Sasha Banks and Naomi out there?
Why? I have no idea.
Why? Yeah. Twerking and dancing back there? Like, what? No. The whole segment felt like it was just, we're going to throw a bunch. And it goes back to what I've been saying. I've been noticing that there's a few wrestlers and a few people missing. And I still think there's some people missing, and it's just me and my opinion. Maybe it's because I'm accustomed to it now, but I think it may be a little COVID outbreak. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So no, the whole title ceremony, commitment, yada yada yada. Trash. Another time. Trash. All right. And yeah, you know, I hope I don't have to see that again. Speaking of dumb things,
like
though,
we said, things can be done. Of the romance,
but things can be done so
of the
crazy.
Kissing, of the love stories, I'm out.
But the crazy off the wall story I can get into, like here's something that I watched. I sent it to you, but I think it's 2006, was it? It was 2003 or 6.
Oh yeah,
Shawn Michaels and God. I heard about this match. I sat here and watched it. And that is how you do a stupid concept and make it go over.
Yeah.
Like, if you still haven't watched it, if y'all haven't watched it, go to it. It is absolutely hilarious. I'm not going to give you no spoilers, but yes, Shawn Michaels teaming with God against the McMahons was absolutely hilarious. You know, you got any more quick fires before we get into this Patreon trash list? Anything else we miss? Because, I mean, for me, my going over is Austin Theory.
Finally, I already told you my going over.
Going over is Austin Theory.
Adam Page is going over for
I don't talk about Adam Page.
I've been with you for the longest time. But I'm finally he's going over for me. I think he's coming into his own.
Whoa. We missed one. There is a fire we missed, though.
Oh, I think I'm about to name it right now.
I think, yes, it happened on Dynamite.
Danhausen.
Hook.
I said it last week. Both of them, we talked about this.
We were both going out on.
We're out on both of them
and
for different reasons.
Yes.
And
if he's
finally,
healthy,
if Danhausen's ready to fight,
yes.
I'm ready to see it. And who better than Hook?
You know, and I hope they have like a feud, and then they come together and be a tag team.
100%.
You know,
yes.
like I did not realize how interested I would be in them two fighting until it actually has come to fruition. And yes, Hook, Danhausen, that is one of my top fire moments of the week. Period.
Tony Khan, he's such a dork.
He's such a nerd.
He's a nerd. I love him. Every time he's out there, he tries his hardest to get his little acting on, play his little character. I love it. It was great.
It was really fire to see. I don't know his name because I don't want to mispronounce it, but the head of New Japan.
The head of New Japan out
that was really cool to see him out there. You know, and I mean, and even having Switchblade. Jay White come out there, having Adam Cole actually do the announcement, and the Bullet
all
Club.
That stuff. Yeah,
it was that's cool for me. Acknowledgement of the Bullet Club in America is something that I think that they all need to. All promotions should. Yeah. I mean, Finn Balor goes out there every day with his Too Sweet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All these wrestlers who
came from Bullet Club.
They've used Bryan Danielson.
All of them.
You know.
It's something that
Kenny Omega.
Us as smart fans, we know who the Bullet Club is now.
Yeah.
So it's time. It's definitely time.
The House of Black promos.
Oh, those are right there with Edge's promos.
They're literally just right there with Edge's promos. Malachi Black has come into that character so well, and
the addition of Buddy Murphy is what put it over.
Yeah.
Or what's his name now? Murphy Lee? Oh wait, no, that's the St. Lunatic. Eddie Murphy? No, that's not. Let's see. Murphy for the RoboCop guy? No, okay.
It's Buddy
Matthews.
Buddy Matthews. Yeah.
I'm telling you, we will sit down. We're going to review this for next week. I'm going to make you sit down and show you the epic battle that came out of nowhere in WWE between Buddy Matthews and Aleister Black, Malachi Black.
Yeah.
It is to this day one of my favorite matches I've ever seen, and I'm gonna have to show that to you. We'll watch that tonight, and we'll talk about that because that's what we're also gonna do. I say we watch some older matches every now and then.
Oh yeah, throw a couple.
Bring that. I watched the God match.
Yeah,
I watched the God match.
Old school fires. Okay? I'm with that. Couple more quick fires. I got Wardlow.
Okay, that whole.
I'm just so happy. I love him. I'm happy to see him come back. Can't wait to see him.
No, don't say it. Do not speak it into existence.
Can't wait.
Don't speak it in. You know why?
To see the Powerbomb Symphony.
No, don't speak it
all over MJF.
Oh, he's better than you, right?
Man.
You know it.
Well, he's better than all of us, apparently. But not Wardlow.
No. MJF is end all be all. Okay, MJF will smash. I'll bet you right now $5 when they meet. $5 says MJF over Wardlow.
All right,
you win.
I'll take that.
All right. You know, and that's
I think Wardlow's taking that.
I love AEW.
I want to see him. I want to see him powerbomb.
I don't want to.
MJF.
I don't want
so
to see
many times.
I just love AEW because they have baby faces that I love to boo, and they have heels that I want to cheer. I mean, my favorite. I'm cheering Adam Cole, baby. I'm cheering MJF. I hate Adam Page. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Britt Baker's return.
Oh,
and her promo work when she's out of breath. The girl.
Dude,
she said the women's division has been in shambles without her, and it
has.
And
100%.
It's so great to see her back.
100%. And let's make sure that we give her respect. That's Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Okay, and yes, I have to say that too. No, that promo she cut, she did it in her hometown, and she put in a whole match, and then cut a 5 to 6 minute promo without any breath.
Yeah,
and she even said it. She's like, now that I'm here, there's finally a woman in this ring that can use a microphone.
Exactly.
Oh, but she called out Ruby Soho and told her maybe she should quit again, or she should go home. She said Toni Storm should quit again. And did you notice that every single person that she named, even Toni Storm, because it was Britt Baker out there, they got booed.
Yeah.
Britt Baker don't get booed in Britsburg.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, she don't get booed anywhere else for me either. I'm glad she's back. Please, can we finally just get it to happen? Britt Baker and your girl, like, it needs to happen. It needs to happen.
Britt Baker versus Jade. I'm with it.
Yes. That's a match I got to see. Any other quick fires?
Dan Lambert firing off on Ty Conti.
Is he getting good or what?
Oh, his promos are getting great.
I used to hate him.
He's reminding me of old school Paul Heyman.
Yes. He is reminding me of old school Paul too, and the way that he says the cringiest things about Ty Conti, and by the way, Sammy Guevara, Ty Conti, there's one word that describes him: trash. Anything else?
Last one, but not least, Sting.
Okay.
The man's a legend. He still got it.
Okay, you know, I got to give it to you. You know, watch his Sting fall, jump, however you want to phrase it.
Whatever you want to call it. The man's over 70 years old.
70 years old. Like
just,
man.
You want to see him do it every time because he's having fun.
That's the thing.
He makes me have fun.
He's having fun, and that's why I'm having fun with him. I gotta be with you on that. So I think we're here to the time. Then bust out your phone. Let's go ahead and bust out. Let's bust out this trash list. This is coming from the Patreon. Go ahead and tell me the name of the guy first, and then what we're gonna do is you read the trash list. You read his list. And we'll it's after each one, after you tell me what he does, then we'll agree or disagree with what he says, all right? So who is it?
Jay Matson, 318.
Jay Matson, 318. You are on the WTFW podcast with your Monday Night Raw trash bucket list. And so, hey, let's go with it.
Edge's segment, trash.
Okay. I didn't know this was possible.
I didn't know this was possible.
But
either.
you may have just made it on the trash list with one. That may just
put you on the trash list.
Like, I don't know if I want to hear anything else. I don't know if it's warranted. Edge on the trash list?
Some of the best promo work you've ever heard.
What is he must like The Miz.
Oh, man.
He must like The Miz.
He must think he's awesome.
He must awesome. By the way, you forgot to say this. One of the fire moments from Raw. Not once did you hear.
Oh yeah. I didn't hear awesome once, and that's fire.
All right. You know what? You know, just for craps and giggles, we are gonna go ahead and keep on going. But I'm telling you right now, you've already dug yourself in a hole, Mr. Matson.
We'll see if you can dig your way out.
Edge on the trash list. That's not possible. Let's keep going.
Liv Morgan botching the Doomsday Device Bulldog.
We agree.
Trash.
That's trash.
Rhea Ripley turning heel. Fire.
Yes. Fire.
I'm with it.
I'm with it. All right. You getting there. You digging out.
Sonya Deville holding the mic and screaming while being held in a fireman's carry by Bianca Belair. Fire.
Yeah, that was fire.
That was fire.
Because that was the only moment in that whole segment that the appropriate person looked like a chump.
Exactly.
Yes. All right.
The $1 fine. Fire.
I love it. Fire. Okay. Hey, you digging yourself out.
The lights turning out on Styles. Again, trash.
Trash. Yes. I mean, I'm sorry, but anytime the lights go out, and you know what? AEW needs to stop doing it too.
Yeah.
The lights going out.
If that's the Edge segment that he's talking about, that's trash. then I'll give him that. But if he's talking about the promo,
right? Yeah, you're gonna have to let us know.
Yeah, you're gonna have to,
because if you talk about his promo being trash, we're out. But yes, you're right. The lights going off. That is trash. All right.
Count out finish to main event. Trash. I agree. 100%.
Absolute trash.
The main event should never be counted out unless
it's storyline driven.
Exactly.
Yes. No.
Montez Ford summoning the Usos music with the wave of an arm.
Yes, we agree.
Trash.
Again.
The Theory and Balor fight. Fire. I agree.
The match itself. Fire.
The boss said it. They're like almost the same dude.
Yeah.
Theory's just a little bit bigger.
Yep.
So they just work well together.
It's absolutely the chemistry's there.
And they've had this feud going for so long.
I can see.
And that's another reason why I thought it was trash. The fact that Theory keeps beating Finn over and over and over again. Why does
someone had to put him
why
over?
Does Finn have to be?
Someone had to put him over. Over.
I'll give you that. Cody and Seth, fire.
Absolute fire.
Every time either one of them is on the mic, Cody and Seth both are exceptional at promos.
And it was a great pairing for Cody's first feud.
Yes. And the lie detector test. Blazing bonfire.
Blazing. You know what? Okay, so we actually agreed with everything he said except for the first one.
Everything except for that first one. And that
all right. So, you know, we're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
The benefit of the doubt. Now, if you tell us that it was the promo, if you say it's the promo, then I'm telling you, you're going to be put on the trash list for the next month, okay?
Yeah.
But as of right now, we're going to err on the side of caution and assume you're just talking about the lights going off. And yes, that means that we would agree with you on everything you said, which would put you on the fire list, Mr. Mattson. Fire. Yeah.
I agree with all of it.
All right. And I say next week we get somebody I'm going to get a number set up. Maybe I'll talk to the boss. Maybe they can call it on the mailbag and use that number or something. But no. We need the boss. I say we need the boss. We need his fires. Right, yes, okay. This is official. Matt, you have been called out and summoned to the lounge of Kanye, Twitty, and Nemean Lion. We want a 3-minute rant and raving. You can do it in character, out of character. You can do it after dark style. Keep it PG because our boss is a stickler about that, okay? But hey, no matter what, I want to hear a 3-minute rant trash list from the boss, and we can break that down next week. I say we start doing that.
100%.
So Matt, we invite you to join the WTFW podcast because hey, if anyone's going to do the first one, the first actual call in, it's got to be you because from myself and Nemean Lion, we are honored to be here.
Honored.
We look forward to this every week. We understand that we're growing, we're getting it down, we're figuring out our groove, and to everybody listening, thanks for taking this ride with us too, because some shows will be long, some will be short. Maybe one day we'll just focus on a pay-per-view, or who knows what we're gonna do. But we like to keep it free.
Is we want to involve all you guys.
Yes, so get at us at Twitter at WTFW Podcast. We follow everybody back. And we're going to share what you guys post. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Because this is for the people.
For the people, by the people.
And this is episode 3. And I don't know what we're going to call this one. What do we call this episode? Because we name every episode afterwards. So we have, Days of Dominic.
24/7 trash.
24/7 trash? 24/7. Okay, Matt, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude our 3rd episode, episode 3, 24/7 trash. My name, again, I am Kanye Twitty, and this is my boy,
Nemean Lion.
And we are the WTFW Podcast. We are celebrity shotting, guest spotting. We're building. We're just trying to work our way up the ranks. Right now, I feel like we're NXT.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
developmental. And we're working on it.
We're working on it. And, hey, make sure you throw them likes, those subscribes, and all that good stuff, because this is one of the top, the WWE Podcast is actually one of the top 30 podcasts in all of wrestling podcasts, and we're competitive. We're competitive.
We're hungry.
So we're hungry. So we want to do anything we can to get ourselves to that number.
Let us know what you think, guys.
Let's get up there, because we do things differently here at the WWE Podcast.
You get your Monday Night Raw review. You get your AEW weekend review. You got the mailbag show. You got nostalgia. You got After Dark. There's so much content, and we are just doing our little part of the puzzle. So, hey, till next week.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, listen, let us know, and hey, if we ended up on your trash list, tweet at us, tell us all about it. We'll read about it, and then we'll eat a Lunchable. Thank you to our unofficial sponsor, Lunchables, and our curator, Mr. DJ Kuzmo. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks for listening to the WWE Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you don't miss a show, or head to WWEpodcast.com. And for all of these shows ad-free, head over to patreon.com/WWE Podcast. Until then, we'll see you next time.